Hi. If you really knew me, then you might know that my personal utopia has always been my room. My room is somewhere where I can express myself and show and represent things that I think show who I am as a person, which happens to be a lot of art. It's the place where I find my most relaxation in, and one of my favorite things to do is show different types of art from other cultures. My ideal utopia is a place where it's always changing, and while I can't say it would exactly be an ideal utopia for everyone, I'd want it to be a place where people would be able to express themselves, and in that case, to be able to find or create something that is very close to what their ideal utopia would be. To emphasize upon this, it would be a place where there would be no racism, because everyone would have an equal share, or say, so to speak, to be able to express themselves. This is some Southwestern American art, as well as some Mexican type art from my brother, who I'd say definitely inspires this type of expressing through his art that he makes as a professional artist. One of my outside utopias in the broader Los Angeles area that reminds me of these types of views and things is the Broad Museum on Grand Avenue in downtown Los Angeles. The Broad hosts and is home to over 2,000 works of contemporary and post-war art. Not only did I pick the Broad for its comprehensive collection of different artists, but because it also reminds me of my personal utopia of my room, of showing different kinds of art by different kinds of cultures and artists, and in my way of thinking, different views of the world through artists' own cultural space and perspectives in their work. Such artists as Yaya Kusuma, who made the Infinity Room to give her experience of the mental illness that has plagued her throughout her life in the Broad Museum, as well as John Ahern, who depicts average day life in the Bronx while trying to show certain stereotypes of minorities, are able to do this. By continuing to do this, the Broad is building a vast collection that features representations of influential contemporary artists as well as advanced education and engagement through these exhibitions. The Broad enriches, provokes, and fosters appreciation of current art of our time. The Broad structure itself could be seen as a way of change because of how the architect decided to build the structure, being able to express himself by not following regular building engineering concepts of building exhibition space as well as collection storage type places. My second Los Angeles area that I thought fit my idea of a utopia is Disneyland. Disneyland by some could be seen as a dystopia, but by many and most is seen as a utopia, with this trademark saying being the happiest place on earth. It has long been able to show the imagination of a man known as Walt Disney, and I think is the best representation of what a utopia looks like in real life. The most important thing that Disneyland has going for it is the many different types of utopias located within itself. While I don't think that Walt himself had this in mind, the park is now home to many different types of lands and things to do. This further provides ways for people to be able to find happiness and joy within the park. That while other parks do a good job of trying to copy this, Disneyland was imagined by one man and then added to once it was fully complete. Much like how I imagine my ideal utopia, where everyone can find or create something that is close to what their utopia might be. Disneyland is also able to provide different perspectives on our present world through imaginative lands, which is essential for us to be able to understand. It is able to show and provide hope for people that there is a land where there is always peace and everyone is happy in their own way by showing what is happy and sad and what should be seen as good and evil. This is another important reason why I think it is a great example of a utopia, that people can come to understand what other people might think as their ideal utopia and why they would want it that way, and can come to better understand one another. Thank you for your time.